Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'll be sharing with us how I made this beautiful pattern on this turban. It's a simple turban. Yes, it's just a simple turban, but it has this unique pattern on it, so it makes it beautiful and unique. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So to start with this very turban, along it's a stretchy fabric, we all know. So along the stretchy part, I had a measurement of about 32 inches. And for the length, which is along the non-stretchy part, I had about 25 inches. So just stay tuned. I didn't use the whole measurement, the full length, the whole 25 inches length. So it's best to watch to the end so that you understand what I did. So from the top, you mark 1 inch. This is the wrong side of the fabric. On the wrong side of the fabric, you mark 1 inch at the top and you mark 11 inches at the down part. You understand? So in between the first 1 inch and the second and the 11 inches, it should be 10 inches. You understand, right? So you can see I marked 1 inch from the top, and then from that 1 inch you mark 10 inches. This is where we'll be making the unique pattern on the turban. So I have 10 inches within that space. I have 10 inches. So the next thing we'll be doing is to create our box. We'll be creating cells like boxes. Okay, so to do that, from the top you mark 1 inch. To make it easier for you, you mark 1 inch at the top and you also mark it at the bottom. The 1 inch should start from the 1 inch that you marked at the top. You understand? You get to understand better when I show you. So we are just trying to create boxes. So from the top I marked 1 inch, and then that is on the 1 inch line that I marked at the top, I marked 1 inches, and then at the 11 inches mark I also marked 1 inches. This is so that it will help me create straight lines. You understand? We are trying to create a box here. So you can see, after marking the 1 inches, I'll go ahead and start joining them. That is forming my straight lines from the 1 inch at the top to the 10 inches at the bottom. You understand? So I'm pretty sure you're understanding. If you have any question, just ask me in the comment section, and don't forget to like this video, share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new video tutorial. So you see, I've already created my straight lines with the 1 inch that I marked at the top and at the 10 inches line. So you see, I created my 1 inch line. Don't forget, we'll be creating boxes. So at the side we'll also mark the same 1 inch and then join it. That is from one edge to the other side. So you see, now we've created our boxes. So these are cells now, our boxes. They are 1 inch, 1 inch. You understand? So this is it. We've created it. So this is where we'll be forming our unique pattern. So pay close attention to this pattern. You leave 1 inch, the first 1 inch, just leave it. The first line, don't touch it, leave it. So you come now with creating slant lines. You start from the top right to the bottom left. You understand? So we'll be creating slant lines. The lines should be slanted. You start from the first box. Remember that we have 1 inch line left at the top. Oh, don't touch there. And then 1 inch left at the side, don't touch it. We'll be starting, just look at where I started. See, we'll be creating slant lines. You must use this same slant that I used if you want to achieve the exact result that you see me achieve. So what I did is I marked for the first box, I left the second box, marked the slant line for the third box, left the fourth box, marked the slant line for the fifth box, left the sixth box. You understand? We are just spacing it out. So for the second row now, when I'm marking, I'll start from the second box. I'll be marking, and my slant lines will be opposite the slant lines that I marked for the first row. You see that? Just watch carefully, zoom this, and then you see clearly. I'm sure you can see this clearly. So I left those boxes that I left for when marking for the first one, and I marked them for the second one, but then I marked it in an opposite direction. I'm sure please, if you have any question, just you can watch again so that you understand, and you can also ask me your question in the comment section. So this is more like you watch so that you understand. So the same way that I created the first two slants, that is the same way that I'll repeat for all the boxes. I'll mark the exact way that I marked for the first row. I'll mark it on the third, and then the one that I marked for the second, I'll also mark it for the fourth. So we are just marking contrasting slants, you understand, while leaving our boxes empty. We have empty boxes here. Okay, I'm sure we understand that. So now I'll be joining, we'll be gathering them. The real work starts now. This is a big work, like a big, very huge work. Don't forget to leave 1 inch at the end, at the both ends, okay? Just like we left 1 inch at the top. So just watch closely and see how I'll be forming this beautiful pattern. Now I have my needle threaded, so I'll be picking for the first box, I'll be picking the slants. You see, you don't need much work here, just the slants. You pick those points that the slant touched. You understand? You see the way I'm picking it. If you come to the box, the boxes that we are picking are the ones with the slants. Don't pick the ones without the slants. So you see the way I just picked the one point there, then I picked the other points where the box touched. So you pick the points where the slant touched at the top, and the points where the slant touched at the bottom. Then you now pull them together, you gather them together, you understand, and then you knot as many times as you want. Okay, this is to secure it. And then this is how we'll be picking for all the slants. Every box that has a slant will be picked this same way. If you don't understand, just rewind and watch again. So we'll be picking another one so that you see clearly. There is no it's not a magic. So just watch carefully. And if you've watched to this point, please like this video, share and subscribe to my channel. So I'll leave the second box. You know, there is no slant there, so I will now go to the third box with the slant. I picked one point where the slant touched in the third box, and then picked the other points where it also touched, just like that. Very simple and easy. And then I picked it like this, and then pull together. You see, just pick those 2 points and then you pull them together. After you pull them together, you just knot. You knot them. You knot as many times as possible. This is just to secure it. Okay, it's not any form of magic or decoration. It's to secure that point very well, because it's these very things I will just. So now I will leave the third box and then the fourth box, and then mark and then pick the fifth box. You understand? Just the boxes with the slants. So at this point I've gathered all the boxes with the slants. See? And then I also trim down the length. So after picking the thing and picking the slants, I trim down to 11 inches. That's starting from the edge, the 1 inch that I left at the top. I cut out, I made the length of the turban 11 inches. That is after picking the slants. And then this was the material that I had left for the top, for the band. I had about 8 inches length, and then the width that I have is the same thing that I had for the turban body, because I cut it from there. So I had about 32 inches. So now I'll be forming my normal pleats with this turban, because I want to add a normal V turban. If you already know, you can add whatever form style of band you want. So if you don't know how to add form band or make a simple turban, just check my other videos on my channel. You'll see them. Okay, I've made lots of turban on this channel. So now I'll be splitting this very pleats into two. This is the easiest way for me to actually form pleats for my V band for turbans. So you see the way I'm placing them. I will not be explaining much here because I believe that we already know how to make a normal turban with band. I have a tutorial on this channel where I made a turban with how to make a turban with pleated V shape V band. Okay, so you can see the way I'm placing them. If you don't understand this very one, you can actually go and watch those videos. It's well detailed. Okay, and then you will understand better. So you see the way I've formed my V, and now I'll be attaching it to the turban body. So just keep watching and learning. And don't forget, if you are here to like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe. So you get your band, you fold into two, and then you indicate the midpoint. You know that 1 inch that we left at the edge now, so you indicate the midpoint. That 1 inch that we left at the top, you just notch the midpoint a little. Okay, so now we'll be fixing our band. I believe you know how to fix band though, so I don't need to stress myself so much. So this is just it, the right side of the band of the turban body facing you, and then the right side of the band facing the right side of the turban body, and then you make sure that your V is at the middle. You understand? Make sure that the V, the place where the V forms, is at the middle, that it's placed at the middle of your turban body. There is another trick here. The trick here is that when you are actually attaching this your turban band, the band to the turban body, please stretch the turban body, because you know that this gathering that we gather the slants, that it actually made it come together, like it packed it, it compressed it. Okay, so when you are adding your band, please stretch it. If not, it will not enter your head. And I forgot to tell you, you can actually make the whole, like form these very unique patterns on the whole turban body. Okay, you can actually do it if you want to make it even more beautiful. Okay, but I didn't have I made this for tutorial purposes. Okay, so you can do that for the full turban body. And then don't forget to also add to your width. Now I use 32 inches along the stretchy part. Please increase yours to like 35 or 40. When you are now done, you can now cut out your head circumference measurement to be on the safer side. Okay, because this was a little bit tight, and maybe if you are to, if it's for one that braids hair or has a wig on, it may not really fit properly, like enter the head. So increase the length, the width, I should say, of your turban body along the stretchy part. Make it 35 or even 40 inches. When you are now done picking the slants, you can now cut off the excesses. Okay, this is just to be on the safer side. Okay, because if I'm to do this again, I will increase the width along the stretchy part. Okay, so now you take your, at this point now, if yours is like 40 inches, you can now take your head circumference measurement and then cut out. So you will be shaping it now. So just the same way we shape our normal turban, we'll just shape it round. And you see at this point I'm done shaping, so what is left is for us to actually gather. You can now trim off the excesses that you have at that point, and then you gather it just the same way that you gather your normal turban. But I just gathered a little at the back, you understand? I didn't let it enter the side, it just entered the side a little, you understand, because I didn't want it to pack together. So it entered the side a little, and then I stopped. I didn't even let it get to the whole back, you understand, let alone getting to the band area. I just gathered a little at the back, and then at the underneath, like the underneath the back, you can see that I didn't let it enter the whole back. See, I didn't let it get to that point where I did my pattern. So this is what we have. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you are yet to like my video, like this video, share, and also subscribe. And I have a Facebook page, Golden Grace Millinery. Don't forget to follow my page. Thank you so much. Bye.